Careers in agriculture are so important because agriculture really is the backbone of our country.
In the next 50 years, we need to grow as much food as we've grown in the last 10,000.
The amount of mouths that have to be fed are not diminishing. And the world population is growing too.
Every aspect of agriculture is trying to learn how we can incorporate more technology.
It's always going to be basically trying to get the most yield out of each acre, each square inch. So, I mean, all the upcoming machinery and plant engineering is going to have to basically focus on getting more yield out of the same amount of area.
I think that there's a couple misconceptions about careers in agriculture. One is that people think it's either higher tech or lower tech than it is. Some people are surprised that I still go to the field all the time. Those in-field observations are extremely important to my job. So come June, July, come tomorrow, I'll be out in the field making hands-on observations of how the crop is doing. But some people are also very surprised by the amount of technology that goes into a single seed. To me, being a scientist means figuring out the right questions to ask, asking them in a way that I gather meaningful data and can make an accurate decision, and then making some sort of decision around that.
Being able to release something that there's a benefit, it solves a problem, and just seeing customers use it and giving you a thanks or it works great, or you really should give any input on what you can make better. But I guess starting from scratch, it's starting from an idea and finishing something to release it, and knowing that you're helping make a company make money and make its way, and you're helping people solve a problem is, I guess, rewarding.
I come from a very non-traditional ag background. I went to high school in Los Angeles. I was 20 minutes from the beach. No one in my family, as far as we can remember, has ever worked in agriculture except for an interest maybe in gardening. And yet, once I expressed an interest in college and agriculture and started working in it, I couldn't ask for more friendly, more welcoming people. There's a lot of great opportunity available to us in agriculture to revolutionize it, but I'm not sure where that change is going to come from. And I think that's why it's really exciting that we have another generation of students coming who will be experts in soil science, who will be experts in big data, who will be experts in genetics that can help us innovate and move the field forward.
I really don't think there's any better career. I mean, there's always a need for solving issues. You're going to have a very interesting career if you pick something science, engineering related. I mean, if you go something biological, I mean, you got the human body, and if you go engineering, there's so many different paths from, there's ag, there's machine design, there's engineering, there's so many different facets.
The things I enjoy the most about my job, number one would just be the awesome people that I get to work with. They're always challenging you to help them solve problems, which I think is a huge reason why, having that foundation in science and math really helps you be a better problem solver. And every client or farmer that I work with, they're always, that's why they come to you, is to have you help them solve one of their problems. I think for anyone that wants to have a career in agriculture or to be a veterinarian, they just need to have the passion, not just for the animals, but to know that a huge part of your job is working with the people who take care of the animals. And so you got to love both the animals and working with the people, and then have the desire to learn. Whether you're like the top of your class in your science classes or whether you're really, really good at math, I don't think that is the most important part of it. What's most important is just that you have the passion and the desire to learn. And then from there, as long as you've got those two pieces, you can be successful. So as a veterinarian, there are lots of different ways that I use science as well as technology every day. Just a couple examples would include, when we're talking with a farmer in terms of if you do have a pig that is sick, and trying to understand just the physiology behind the sickness, and then from that trying to figure out the pharmacology to determine what's the best treatment to try to help make that pig feel better. Lots of science involved in that. Another example would be, if we're, concerned about a health challenge at a farm and we maybe take some diagnostic samples. If we send those off to a diagnostic lab, they're going to use a lot of technology as well as some science-based technology to try to help us determine, what are the diseases that are present on the farm. And then from there, I'll take that information and try to help the farmer, resolve those issues. Other examples too, just on the engineering side, every barn that any animal is in, oftentimes we'll try to get the best air quality. Sometimes we'll use, automated ventilation systems, and that's all about the physics, how air flows, making sure that we understand all those aspects just to make sure that the pig or any animal has the best environment to live in.
I think a misconception in agriculture is that we're uneducated and you don't have a lot of knowledge, which I disagree with. I am educated. I have an animal science degree with ag marketing and ag business minors, and I'm constantly keeping up with the technology and the changes.
There are so many jobs relating back to agriculture that have to do with the sciences, the engineering, the math. And it's really eye-opening once you kind of start looking to see what those opportunities are. One misconnection about careers in agriculture is that only men have careers in agriculture. If I want to work in science or engineering or math, there's a job for me too, and that it's not male dominated. If you have a passion for it and that's what you want to do, that's what's important. It shouldn't matter about anything else.